Good evening and welcome to the DarkMatch. This is the TNA Impact episode for June 14th, 2012. I'm the Lone Warrior, and joining me tonight are...
I'm DigiFox. I'm the fox that rocks your socks.
I am the janitor of the DarkMatch guys, Janitor Robert Cow, and I have no idea who made the mess in the back, but I'm not cleaning it up.
And I'm the man with no name, Tiphus. Yes. Anyway, tonight we have What's Iron Sheik tweeting, brought to you by delicious RC Cola. Not really, but don't sue us. And whatever vitamins Iron Sheik also happens to be hawking for sale on his Twitter account. Look it up. He's really doing it. Anyway, the tweet. The Jose Canseco have the dead dog dick disease. What the fuck is with this
Get
guy?
with Jose Canseco.
I don't even know what that means.
He's got a dead dog dick disease. What else can that mean?
What's the symptom of that disease?
You know what? I just can't wait. I know this sounds really dark, but I can't wait for something bad to happen in wrestling. So they new shows need old wrestlers to talk to about it, and it's some like Fox News gets Iron Sheik on like live TV. I think that'd just be hilarious.
I just want to know if that's like that means Jose Canseco is attracted to dead dogs, or if his dick looks like a dead dog or a dead dog dick. Or
I
he
want to
looks
know
like a
where
dead
he
dog
got his
dick.
evidence.
That too. I don't want to see the evidence, but I'd like to know the source.
Is Sheik pulling a Pope and hiding in the bushes?
Why would you see Jose Canseco's dick from the bushes?
Maybe he's sunbathing in his backyard.
Just a great day to be new.
We'd rather talk about this than TNA, that's for sure.
Well, you're not going to find dead dog dick on TNA, that's for sure. Quality entertainment right here on Sheik's tweet. Jess, you gotta wake up. Holy shit.
I'm awake.
I am tired.
I don't know. I thought Chris was supposed to be the one with the monotone voice, not you.
You need some coffee, some Coke Zero, some crack,
Or some RC Cola.
RC Cola. Tastes like
I got Skittles.
Only 200
Fruity, delicious.
Fruity delicious Skittles. How
So
about-
anyway, Impact.
I got an idea. How about you go order a pizza and have it never arrive? We'll get to that tomorrow night. Yeah, Impact for Thursday, June 14th. Which also happens to be the United States Army's birthday and Flag Day in the United States of America.
Woohoo!
And the day I shipped to basic training, and the wedding anniversary for this one officer I knew from back in ROTC. And a friend of mine's birthday who is also in the Army. There's no escaping it for me that day. It's just fucking Army all around. Anyway.
So, Impact last night was actually better than normal to a point.
And then Brooke Hogan came on screen.
Yeah,
Back
she-
to Patty.
we'll get to her when we get to her.
Yeah, rewind
But,
back to the beginning.
I thought I was watching a horror movie.
So, Impact starts with a video package about James Storm and what he's been up to for the past couple months, with him, going to his farm and not being sure if he's going to come back. And then they show clips of him returning at the Slammiversary to beat Crimson.
Too bad we saw a picture of him at the arena with Christian before the show even started.
Yeah, that was a bit of a cock up on their part.
God.
But we actually pretty much go right from that directly into our first match, which is an Ultimate X match for the X Division title between Austin Aries, Chris Sabin, and Zema Ion, who I forgot was still in the company.
Yeah, and he's been out with injury for most of the last year or so. I think this was almost... He hasn't had too many matches since he's come back from injury. They haven't been using him really. And that makes what happens during this match all the more frustrating for everyone.
I meant Ion. Wasn't talking about Saban.
Oh. Well, yeah, him too. Yeah, they're not really using him. And I'm not exactly complaining about that.
No. So
Get a Fairkin haircut, you hippie.
yeah, this was a
It was an Ultimate X match after 2009.
To open the show, nonetheless.
Yeah. Remember when this used to be a pay-per-view all on its own?
I'm kind of disappointed that there was no advertising for this. Probably
Oh, that's TNA in a nutshell.
true. Not really that much to say. There's a spot where Aries or where Austin Aries throws Saban over the top rope to land on Ion, and Saban immediately starts clutching his left knee. And last I heard, it's possible that he's buggered up
It's confirmed that he tore his ACL.
Yeah, so
After working most of the last year to recover from a torn ACL in his right knee. And just weeks after his long-term tag team partner, which made them one of the most notable tag teams in the last decade, left the company.
So yeah, Chris Sabin is once again on his own.
He's fucked. Yeah, he's got to get out of that company. They've been underutilizing them. They've been misusing them, using them in such a way that they get injured constantly, so they have an excuse not to use them. And his tag team partner left him, and he's never really been good on his own.
yeah,
Not that he's bad on his own. He's just never shined on his own. He's never established himself as a single.
Saban didn't even look pleased even before the match started.
No, because one of his fucking first matches out of the gate after coming back from injury is one of the most dangerous matches they have.
Yeah, and can't really blame him for being pissed. But yeah, you could tell that it basically boiled down to
Aries versus Zion.
Aries and Ion basically trying to
There's a match we've never seen before.
yeah. Long story short, Aries wins the title, and he grabs the mic and he starts talking about how no matter when they put him on the card, if he's the first match, the fourth match, or the last match, he's always the main event, and how nobody had any faith in him when he came into the company and said that he was the greatest man that ever lived.
See, on one hand, I'm getting more of that "we need you to be CM Punk in our company" kind of vibe, and on the other hand, I'm like, you know what? That's the fucking attitude he needs. That whole "it doesn't matter when I'm on the show, I'm the main event." That kind of attitude. I love that in wrestlers. You know,
Yeah.
act like you're the biggest dog in the yard, and eventually you'll get your chance. But TNA, maybe not.
And it's true, I always enjoy watching Austin Aries wrestle.
He's not a bad wrestler. I really wish they would not fucking screw him over with this whole "he's our CM Punk" kind of thing. They've all but come out and said it. That's what he is.
Yeah, they kind of need to do something else, but
Let him be himself, but still be doing what he's doing with the microphone. He's good. He can handle himself.
Yeah, I just find it weird. I just find it weird that every week Hogan comes out and goes like, "Okay, you're our next. You're the next man. You're gonna be the next champion." He fails. Okay, you. I believe in you. I've always believed in you. You're gonna defeat the champion. Okay, you.
Yeah.
comes out with one of four.
I forgot about you.
lines.
Sorry.
Yeah. And speaking of that, since we kind of skipped over it, Hulk Hogan's music hits.
Oh, no, I hadn't even gone into that.
Yeah. I'm saying we jumped the gun a little bit there.
Sorry.
That's okay. No, we're going right into it. Hulk Hogan's music hits, and he comes out, and Aries says he's just the man he wanted to see. And they go off together to talk about something. And unfortunately, we don't have our Slashwick theater guy with us tonight, so we can't go off and do that. Or fortunately, depending on your perception, Jess.
Yeah.
Really easily squickable.
Oh no, this one's easy.
I'm going to hit you with my brain buster. Oh, yeah.
Hogan gets in the ring and he goes on about he's set all of the record. He's broken all the records. He's been all all of the champions. He's done it all. He's seen it all. He's broken it all, and
He done half the shit he just said he did. The fuck?
you got to remember he repeated himself like 2 or 3 times because
For emphasis.
then the fact that I think the crowd started chanting and he got lost in where he was in his spiel.
And by broke everything, does Hogan mean records or his?
I think he meant records in context of the of what he was talking about. But yeah, I'm probably thinking.
Are you sure he wasn't meaning that he is a broken record with all the repetition he's doing? But yeah, he comes out and spews all this crap we all know is a bunch of bullshit. And he says that he gets the one thing he's never done is get the kind of goosebumps he gets when he sees Aries wrestle. So good little hand job under the table there.
Where's War Machine?
Yeah, seriously.
Hogan.
Nothing gets me excited as when I see you grab other half-naked men, brother.
Yeah, Hogan says that screw this pound for pound crap. You're just flat out one of the best guys in this company, and he says that.
So less than a year, we've already since they established a weight class for the X Division title. We've seen Samoa Joe challenge for that title, and we see Hogan come on the air saying weight does not matter for titles.
But
sorry, I keep interrupting you.
Hogan basically boils down to Aries saying, "I want a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship," and Hogan actually agrees to give it to him under one condition: if Aries wants the shot at Destination X, he has to forfeit the X Division title, or he has to give it up.
Which is fucking stupid.
Well, it's an interest. I mean, it's. I could go either way with that. It's fair, but it's kind of bullshit because you can have someone hold multiple titles, but in one company, you really don't want that too often.
Well, yeah, and plus the fact, like they do it all. I remember they did it a couple of times in WWE, like Jericho, for example. But how many titles does TNA have? They have the heavyweight, the X Division, the 2 tag team, the Divas. The knockout tag.
Just the way they're doing
tag,
it is bullshit.
And the knockout show. They only have 5 title belts.
They got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they got 5. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like you can't have a guy hold like a 2/3 of the championship belt. It's kind of ridiculous. They gotta give TV title. Oops.
Well, for as many people as they're using on TV that are on their roster, yeah, they can.
Yeah. And I forgot TV title 6. Oops.
I thought that was the 5th one.
Knockout,
tag, TV, cruiser.
X.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
6.
Yeah. Okay.
But
math. Dark match is strong point.
Yeah. So
if we include the Jeff Hardy title, let's see, that's 7.
The global championship.
The
Eric Young World Championship.
Okay, we're just getting distracted now.
Title.
I love getting distracted. It's fun.
Come back to the carrot. Come back to the carrot.
Hey, there's a butterfly in my apartment.
No, you leave the butterfly alone.
Hulk smash.
Point is, Hogan.
What's a butterfly doing in your apartment?
Oh my god! You just cannot get a word in here. This is terrible. Come on, guys. Let's move on.
All right.
She just woke up. We're fucking. We're dying here. Go ahead, Jess.
Hogan says, I'll give you a week to think about it, but I want to hear your decision next week. And Aries is like, okay, and it's an interesting idea in terms of you put your money where your mouth is. If you're as good as you say you are, you'll leave Destination X with the title, and if you fail, well, you've got nothing. But at least you've tried.
It's a double-edged sword because actually it's more like a triple-edged sword because of what you just said. If he gives it up and he loses, he's got nothing. If he gives it up, even if he wins, he's still kind of buried the X title. And if he keeps it, why isn't he going for the world title but at the same time, he's promoting the value of the X title. So there's pros and cons to every way they go with this.
Well, in WWE, what they do when they want to have say a guy holding the Intercontinental belt challenging for world titles, they'll have him just in storyline drop the belt to some dude.
Yeah.
And it works.
I think my problem is Hogan should know that you can have a champion versus champion match. I mean, fuck, he had one with Ultimate Warrior. If they really wanted to do it, they let Aries go in still as the X Division champion, and if he wins, well, he win. If he wins, well, he can drop the title.
Yeah.
Just let them fight over who's going to be the new champ. I mean, I kind of get why they wouldn't want to do that at Destination X, because it's like that seems to be a time where you'd crown a new champion.
Yeah.
But
it's an interesting conundrum they've made for themselves. But if they play their cards right, it could work out big for them. If not, well, actually, you know what? I won't even go there because it's TNA. We know it won't. So.
Plus, how much does this make Hogan look like a heel GM presenting this kind of problem for Austin Aries?
Well, that's just it. He's doing heelish things all the time. He's like, well, yeah, you got a rematch clause, but it doesn't say when I have to honor it, which we'll get into later again. He's doing this. He's saying you got to pick one accomplishment over the other, and I'm not even guaranteeing that you'll get the other. Why don't you wait until he holds the other title before you say, okay, you got to give this one up. You got to choose which title you want to relinquish.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Or just avoid the problem altogether and have him wrestle for the X title and have, after he's named number one contender for the world title, and have the world champion screw him out of the X title.
It's bullshit that doesn't need to be there.
Yeah. Or win both titles, and then next time he has an X title, Bobby Roode screws him out of the X title for revenge. There's plenty of ways to get around this.
And they could have easily just booked it like champion versus champion, because the WWE has done that hundreds of times, and I've never seen a TNA champion versus champion match.
Yeah.
Anyway, we go after that segment. We go on to something about Bully Ray and Joseph Park. I'll fully admit I skipped through this because I just didn't give a shit.
I liked it a little bit.
Well, it's
just Joseph Park backstage, basically going like, "Did you see what I did to Bully Ray? Ha 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 ha! Bully Ray shows up. Where's your brother? Last time I saw you, put you through a table." Bully Ray flips the table and gets all, I'm going to find your brother. I'm going to kill your brother. Okay.
Yeah. So it's obviously not that important. If anything, it's just going to lead to more Bully Ray versus Joseph Park crap, and no one cares.
At least I actually like Joseph Park as a character.
Same here.
So do I. I just don't give a shit about this feud.
Well, they had to do something to establish him, and this made the most sense. And it's really a good way to expand on Chris Park's ability to get a gimmick over. It's a good way to reboot him without losing the Abyss character either. Which I honestly think they should do. They're talking about keeping them separate characters, and I think they should do that. But, oh well, whatever.
Yeah.
They're going to do whatever they're going to do. Anyway, we get to the next match, which is the TV title match for this week. Devon versus Hernandez.
Who makes his valiant return.
Wasn't he Samoa Joe's tag team partner for a while?
No, that was Magnus.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But it was an okay match. Hernandez got the advantage pretty early on, and it was okay. Not really that much to talk about, really.
No, it was just a match.
There was one point where Hernandez tries to get up to the top onto the top rope, and he keeps on slipping.
Yeah, he kind of botched there.
He pulls a Sin Cara.
And he still manages to hit the flying clothesline, or hit a flying clothesline on Devon.
Yeah.
But Devon wins. No one's really surprised.
Yeah. And then we get back. And that's kind of the problem with, you have to defend your title every week, every show. You're going to lose interest really quick.
And I have to say, I think Devon needs a new finisher because I think the spine buster for a finisher is it's a good move, but it seems kind of blah.
So many people use it as a setup, it's just kind of diminished as a finish.
I know it's like I see the spine
Yeah.
buster. I think is the people's elbows coming next, or is the Triple H's guy like taunt for the pedigree? It's just like I've seen the spine buster 1,000 times from other wrestlers. You can't have that. That's a lead-in move. That's not a.
It's not a finisher. It's a lead move. It's firmly established as that from now on because of how it's been used for years.
Yeah.
If it falls out of style and people stop using it and you bring it back as a finisher, yeah. But anyway, like with the next segment, we got we're going back to last week, and Chris Daniels exposes Dixie Carter, and they had Surge lay out AJ Styles, which hey, that's great. Let's have a non-wrestler, just fucking pummel one of your top stars. That's fantastic, TNA. And let's remind people next week about it.
Yeah. They cut back to AJ talking to Dixie, and he's like, "Look, we just got to go public about what's going on." And Dixie's like, "But people get hurt." And AJ points out, "Too late for that, bitch. The longer we keep quiet, the more it's gonna hurt everyone."
Yeah.
And Daniels and Kazarian go, "Oh yeah, here's some more proof. Here's some more proof."
Oh, and guess what? It's not even going to be an adultery thing. It's going to be they got some sort of business plan, and it's a big surprise. And Daniels spoiled it.
And you know what makes this whole thing try and keep it a secret? When you talk on the show that has backstage Blair Witch hidden camera people running around, taping everyone backstage.
Yeah.
It's really good to talk about secrets and all that stuff when they're around.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, it makes no goddamn sense because this is one of those things. It's kind of like Dixie's transition period from going on Twitter saying, "Oh, exciting news, and that's going to change the history of wrestling forever," every fucking week on Impact, too. Hey, let's actually incorporate this into a storyline and not just talk about it and let the storyline speak for itself and whether or not it's fucking historic or not. And they're still going to fuck it up.
Oh, royally.
Yeah.
But there's a brief scene of Bobby Roode getting to the arena, and they mentioned his title defense against Anderson tonight.
Because that couldn't happen at the fucking pay-per-view. No, we can't have that, can we?
No, but...
No.
Especially not after Sting got screwed in his last attempt to win it.
Well, they had to give it to the Hall of Fame Sting.
Yeah, like, fucking bullshit. And now it's time to kick off the biggest flop of Bound for Glory in history, being brought back for one more match.
The Bound for Glory series 2012.
Because you remember how much sense this made, and it lasted forever.
Yeah, the
fucking Hernandez having negative points despite...
No. That was Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe. Whoever. Fuck it. Someone had negative points. Like, there was mathematically impossible points for every person.
Yeah, it doesn't help that last year there was like a uneven number of matches where like somebody would have like 30 matches. And that's the only reason why they had so many points. But they decided to start off the Bound for Glory, the BFG series with a gauntlet match.
And you know what would fix this fucking series and make it fair and legit? Make it a fucking round-robin tournament and that be it.
But then they could have dragged it out for months.
Exactly.
Yeah, it wasn't exciting the first 2 years they did it.
You don't have King of the Ring qualifying matches 3 months before King of the Ring.
Ah.
God.
But they also decided this year they were going to announce who was in it by having them in this. It's basically a Royal Rumble match. That's what it is, but they call it a gauntlet match. So, match starts with AJ Styles and Jeff Hardy. So,
Oh,
okay, there's two non-surprises.
I'll give them credit having the entrance be announced by their participation in this match. It's kind of creative. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it was a nice touch. Although,
But having this match count for points is kind of bullshit.
yeah, if they just called it if they just called it a battle royal or something, which is what it is,
Yeah.
or it pretty much is. It pretty much was the Royal Rumble because the rules were, elimination was over the top rope. Every 90 seconds, somebody new came in until all of the competitors had been introduced. So AJ and Jeff Hardy start. Next person in is RVD, and then they go to commercial.
Yeah,
And
they go to commercial like 3 or 4 times during this thing.
yeah, they go a good two to four times. They come back, and Magnus and Bully Ray join in. Uh, then up out next is Kurt Angle, who does his usual Kurt Angle shtick. And that was one of the things that I kind of noticed from this, was that whenever somebody new came in, if it wasn't during a commercial, they pretty much did the usual, oh yeah, just completely clear house.
Yeah.
So Angle comes in, and then the next person is, and this was a surprise, the Pope.
And I briefly thought it was Jay Lethal for a second.
Because, the Pope is the guy you want being in your big tournament after all the shit he's been talking on Twitter for the last several months. God, I mean, talk about your bitter employees. It's fucking terrible when so many of your current employees run their mouths publicly so bad. Even Sting started doing it lately. About how fucking mismanaged the company is.
Fuck this show.
And your answer to that is not to fire them or anything, but not to use them for months and months and months, and then suddenly bring them back out of nowhere with no advertisement, no hype or anything, and give them a role in a major plot. Good job, TNA.
TNA book.
So it should be noted that Jeff Hardy's the first one eliminated.
Yeah.
During this gauntlet match.
Bully Ray throws Jeff Hardy over the top rope, and then right afterwards, fucking Abyss comes out from under the ring, and everyone else who's in the match just stops and moves away from Bully Ray, and Bully Ray's like, "What? Come on, what?" And they're all, vigorously pointing behind him, like, "Behind you, stupid!" He turns around, and Abyss choke slams him, or Abyss grabs him by the neck and drags him out. So
does that mean Abyss is in the Bound for Glory series?
No.
He just kind of interlopes on the match.
I'm confused.
I'm just waiting for Abyss to pop out of the ring floor and drag someone to hell.
Yeah.
They're gonna still, because.
Well, technically, Judas Messias came from hell that way. But I digress.
But no, then it gets stupid because they go to commercial and they come back, and while no one was eliminated, Robbie fucking E.
Oh, fuck. He's in this?
Yes, he is one of the competitors in the Bound for Glory series.
I forget.
I don't have a problem with that because he's an established upper mid carder with them. Whether he's any good or not is a different story, but it makes sense according to their canon. So.
But did he have the? I forget. Did he have the ugly sweater with him?
Oh, please say yes.
Well, he was already mid. He came in during commercial breaks, so.
Damn it!
So you know who's not going to win? The guy that got the jobber entrance during the introduction of the series.
Yeah.
That's like saying, and now we're going to announce this year's participants in the Royal Rumble. Go to commercial halfway through, and come back, and you're already on like spot 25 when you're on 15 at the start of the commercial.
In the ring right now is Santino, who came in during the commercial break. Well.
Wow.
Yeah. So RVD is the next one to get eliminated, and then Christopher Daniels comes out, and AJ pretty much goes, blah, kill. So AJ kicks him around for a bit, and Angle tries to help, but eats the enziguri, and Daniels eliminates both AJ and then Angle, just in time for the final entrant of the match, Samoa Joe, to come out. And Joe eliminates Robbie E, who slapped him.
Daniels and Pope try to jump on him, but Magnus saves him, and Joe thanks him by chopping him in the chest.
Yeah, Joe pretty much eliminates Magnus afterwards.
Oh no,
So
Magnus.
he tries for the big boot, and Joe ducks it.
Yeah.
Um.
And Daniels comes in and gives him the code breaker.
Oh
And,
no, there was actually one more person that I forgot.
Oh, Pope. He dumps Pope out.
Yeah, Joe. No, there's one more person who's introduced into the match, and that's James Storm. Shocking.
Shocker. Not
so,
really.
Storm eliminates Pope, and then Daniels, and it comes down to Joe and Storm. And okay, just gonna completely spoil this. It's not gonna be Joe who wins this match, or probably this series.
No.
Really?
I lost you guys at Robbie E slaps Joe. I got confusing and.
Well, Robbie E is an idiot, so he thought, I'll slap the big guy who's going to eat me.
No, you guys just started like rapping hard. This guy eliminates him. Wait, dip. I was trying to write it down. I'm like,
the difference between Joe is a lot like Kane between Kane's World Championship wins, in that they're both enhancement talent that never seem to quite win the big one, but they always get treated like, hey, they're constant threats to anything they want to be threatening to. The difference is Kane actually wins here and there.
Yeah. So Storm wins, and he gets on the mic and talks about how he's he went home and he thought about it, and the reason why he came back was he said that home would tell him if he should go back to wrestling, and home did when his daughter was like, "So are you going back, Daddy?" And that was what made him decide to go back, and he's going to be a TNA champion, and he hopes Brood is still champion.
So wait a minute. His little girl, who has no decision-making qualities whatsoever because she's such a little girl. It's not a put down or anything. You wouldn't let a little girl make a big life-changing decision for you. Didn't even offer words of encouragement. She just asked a question that you're asking yourself, and that's what made you decide to go back.
Yeah, your girl that you get to spend more time with.
And it could have been like, Dad. Yeah, and her mindset could have been, Daddy, it's nice having you home. Are you going back to wrestling? Because I'd missed you. It could have been that mindset.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
TNA booking, what are you expecting?
That's what happened when you get kids involved.
I really wish they'd stop including people's families and shit. It doesn't make it more dramatic. It just makes it a cheap plot device.
Like Brooke Hogan.
Oh, that's a different kind of cheap.
We're still not there yet.
That's a different kind of cheapness altogether.
Listen. I was able to get a zinger in against Brooke Hogan. Okay, I'll take it. I'm not there yet.
I'm okay with it. I'm just clarifying.
I know.
I mean, let's do that. Let's take a girl who said she could make more money on her back than Scott Steiner could in his entire career, and make her the manager of our women's division.
Well, to be fair, she probably was doing Steiner math.
Yeah. I don't know.
Anyway, they go backstage, and Bobby Roode's all, "Oh yeah, I'm not worried about Storm. He's jealous. The only thing I have to worry about is an asshole." And they go backstage again, and Kurt's yelling at AJ for you got to get your head in the game. You got to stop worrying about Daniels and Kazarian. And AJ's like, yeah, okay, don't worry. I'll stop worrying about him. I'll get focused. And it's like, no, he won't. This feud will never end.
Ugh.
But our next match,
Actually, to get back to that, I found that a little weird that like Angle is basically, telling AJ to get his mind off it, where it's technically like where I'm just,
it's kind of hypocritical of Angle to be telling anyone to, stop
No, that-
dwelling on this when, that's what he did with fucking Jarrett.
Yeah.
well, no, like I was thinking like more like the same thing happened to Angle with Jeff Jarrett and his wife, and wrestler slept with, basically stole his wife. AJ did the exact same thing that Jarrett did, and he's still trying to back up AJ. It's like, he's like, dude, I'd be like, dude, I've been on the other side of this, and you gotta stop.
Oh, they're not remembering storylines.
They don't remember shit.
It's TNA.
They don't fucking remember what they did Sunday night, okay?
They subvert stuff and retcon stuff all the time.
Yeah, but
If it wasn't for the fact that they showed another fucking induction video of Sting for the Hall of Fame, I would have said they forgot about their own fucking Hall of Fame already.
Well, they did. They haven't showed Christian Cage yet.
Oh.
They'll probably forget about that shit next week.
Anyway, our next match is a knockouts match with Madison Rayne versus the champion Brooke Tessmacher, also known now as just Miss Tessmacher, or Tess. Because we can't have two Brookes on the show when one of them's a Hogan.
Oh, fuck.
It's too much to say, hey, Brooke Hogan did this, or Brooke Tessmacher did that. No, we got to have them have completely different names and ignore the one's name that she's been using for years, just because we have a new Brooke on the show.
So her name is Tess or Tess?
Tess.
All right, just making sure.
Not test, as this is a test.
No.
I think it'd be funny if they stole his old tagline, "Who likes testicles?"
No, that'd be hilarious. But
no comment.
No, it's Tess as in guarding Tess.
This was
It was actually a decent match.
yeah, it was pretty good.
Tess has actually learned how to wrestle rather well. The only thing she hasn't learned how to do is be a character.
Yeah.
And she's their champion.
Texas.
I'm Tess from Texas.
Yeah, she hasn't really figured out the character yet.
Howdy, y'all. I'm done. Give me my paycheck. Jesus. I think Dean Malenko had more character than her.
And that's where, yeah, and plus Dean Malenko had crazy people to bounce his straightness off of, like.
Well, I'm talking about WWE Dean Malenko.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, you had Dean Malenko trying to be like Dean Malenko when he had Perry Saturn next to him going, "Hi, Moffy, you're a good Moff." What the fuck are you on, dude?
Okay.
But
Moffy.
Tessmacher wins, no one is surprised, and they immediately go backstage to where
we got Brooke Hogan and is backstage with Gail Kim, and she's trying to decide who to put in the ring with Brooke for the title match next week, and she's thinking about doing a 4-way, which coming out of Brooke Hogan's mouth is not really like. There's certain things you want to avoid talking about Brooke because it's you.
Yeah, leave family stuff out of this.
Oh.
Ow.
Ah. Man.
Darkest.
I can't resist.
It's funny because it's true.
Shut up, Noli. God damn.
Tifa, calm down. Noli should know he was there.
Whoa.
Oh.
okay,
He was the one driving the car, brother.
Gail says that she's not down with a 4-way because she's got her rematch clause and she wants to use it. And Brooke goes, "Well, I get to decide when your rematch happens." And says, "You don't want to be in the match next week. Well, I guess you'll have to wait until I decide to give you your rematch and enjoy your vacation."
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So Brooke just comes across as just a manipulative bitch when she's supposed to be the face.
Brooke has learned how to be a general manager or something from her daddy, who you have to remember it looks like the heel in this whole thing with Bobby Roode.
Yeah,
And to
because
me, it sounds like you guys never watched Hogan Knows Best. I swear to God, that's how she always is.
no, they're total phonies and they don't know how to act good, but they try to act good,
Yeah.
and it always comes across that way. It's just like there's just something not right about what you're doing, and like, what's wrong with buying my kid alcohol and letting him drive my sports cars up and down the street with his friends when they're not 21? I don't see what the problem is here. I was just doing whatever else in America does. No, Hulk, no one does that really, except for white trash, and we frown upon them. And
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, when you're a face, even if it's a heel that says, "Hey, there's a legal obligation here. There's a legally binding contract here that says I get this," as a face, you honor it.
yeah. Learn
That's
from
just how it
Teddy Long.
fucking works. You don't have to be happy about it. And yeah, as a face, you should always express that you're not happy to have to give undeserving heel what they deserve, what they legally tied you into. But you know what? That's just what you fucking do because it's the right thing, and that's what faces do. So, fuck that shit.
Oh God.
And as she's walking away, she says to Gail, "Enjoy your vacation."
I
Yeah,
really
that's-
hope. I really hope Gail goes see Abyss's brother for help for lawyer reasons. I would just love that. Just having
Yeah, because don't rematch clauses have a thing where it's
fire.
No, it's the rematch happens for the next time that the title is challenged for. It's the return match. It's not a
Yeah, but you're forgetting again. This is TNA. Fuck your logic.
because otherwise, what's the point of a fucking rematch clause?
Yeah. Again,
Uh,
like they did with Anderson, they shafted him.
they've done this in WWE too, where the rematch doesn't happen, but the guy who had the rematch clause is like, "Well, I want my title shot."
Well, that's up to the number one. It's up to the competitor to force the issue of the rematch clause. Number two, um, it's also up to what was I going to say? Yeah, if the competitor does not force the issue before the next time that the title is contested, that's on the heel. If they don't force it before the title is lost again to someone else, they've lost the rematch clause. But in cases like this where the people are going up to the managers and saying, "Hey, I've got a rematch clause," and they're saying, "Yeah, fuck your rematch clause," that's not right. The other thing is too, if it's a heel general manager telling a face, "Fuck your rematch clause," that's okay because that's what heels do.
Or they'll book it like, okay, yeah, you get your rematch. However, though, it's in a steel cage with special enforcers involved with
Yeah, they'll do something like
lumberjacks.
that.
And you have to fight Batista and Kane and everybody.
And I want to make sure you're primed and ready. So here's your warm up match against this person that's indestructible.
Ryback, go fight Ryback. Have fun.
So something like they pull some shit like that. It's like with John Cena getting his warm
Michael
up
Cole.
match. No, yeah, exactly. Even though it's like not for a rematch or anything or a title or anything like that, it's you get your match against Michael Cole if you beat this guy. Outcome a legitimate threat to John Cena.
Or Tensai, whatever.
Yeah.
But just uh, let's just move on from Brooke Hogan being a stupid bitch.
Main event.
Yeah,
A
Bobby Roode versus
crooked-nosed
Stan
witch.
Anderson.
God. What the fuck did you just say?
I called her a crooked-nosed witch.
Yeah, she has had her nose broken, hasn't she?
That's what it looks like. Like she's not really hot.
The Wicked Witch of the West looks more attractive than her. Okay, so don't call her a witch.
You know what? I'm not going to be that unfair to her. She's a cute girl. She's an attractive young lady.
She
She's
was
just
before,
got such a fucked up upbringing.
She was before whatever happened to her.
I think she's still good looking, but she's just such an ugly person inside, and I don't. And the problem is, I don't think she realizes it. And I think that's the thing. That's the difference between Hulk, Linda, and their kids. Hulk and Linda realize they're terrible people, but they still pretend they're not. Nick and Brooke don't fucking get it. They think their shit does not stink. Unless we forget, the only reason Brooke is even in TNA is because her fucking singing career didn't go anywhere like everyone predicted it wouldn't, because she was always terrible, even by manufactured pop star standards.
She had a singing career?
Yes.
Shit.
No, seriously, that's like what half of the shit that happened in Hogan Knows Best was revolving around, was getting her career started. And then the follow-up series after the divorce, where you're just following Brooke around for her reality series, was documenting her singing career. And then the only reason she did either of those shows was to get attention for her singing career, and neither of them worked. So now she's here.
Well, don't forget, you did try to date Peanut that one time.
Don't remind me of that.
Oh my god. Anyway, the main event. We got Bobby Roode versus Ken Anderson. Yeah, okay, let's make a guy wait months and months and months for his fucking match that he deserves via contract, let alone all the blood, sweat, and tears he's put into the fucking company to get this contract, get this match. And you're giving it to him the week after a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It's not just a week after the pay-per-view, the week after the pay-per-view, where the guy's best friend who he screwed over comes back.
Yeah.
And not as the main event.
So we're coming off the heels of Sting's return, Sting's induction to the Hall of Fame, Sting's failed attempt to win the world title, and James Storm coming home. And Ken Anderson's match is going to be an afterthought in all of that, instead of an actual main event people might actually pay money for.
Yeah, and it was a pretty decent match overall. I mean, and from what I remember of it, Anderson actually seemed to really give a damn, which is kind of... It was one of those things where it's like, for a while people thought that he's just kind of, coasting, but he actually seemed to be...
I think you're going to realize that as more and more time goes on, now that they've gotten rid of Russo, people are going to start giving more of a shit about what they're doing on the show. And it's going to be visible. It's going to be a visible difference. And if they got rid of Bischoff or Hogan, people would care even more. And like, you can see the difference between a company where management is competent, even if they're dicks. If they're competent, the people under them are still going to give a shit about what they're doing. If the management is incompetent, it gets really hard to give a fuck about what you're doing. So it's just the way it is, and that's what we're seeing here.
Yeah.
But anyway, in this match, it was a decent fucking match. It wasn't pay-per-view quality, but it was a good match. And the only reason it wasn't pay-per-view quality is they didn't hype it up for a pay-per-view and give them 30 minutes.
Yeah, this is... Honestly, I don't know why Sting needed another title shot.
He didn't.
I mean, it's just... I just don't get what the hell they have.
Like, I swear to God, I think they should just make Anderson like even healer and just start attacking Hogan, just because, like, not really attacking, but like verbally talking back to Hogan, because that should have been his match at Slammiversary. We know it, but he knows it. Everyone knows it, and he should just be like, "Listen, I should have fought him at Slammiversary, not Impact."
I mean, what the fuck is it? Like, oh, Sting's back and he's being inducted, so we have to give him a title match? No, he's being inducted to the Hall of Fame. That's his fucking moment at Slammiversary. He doesn't need two fucking moments on a pay-per-view.
See, here's what really gets me. I don't think Anderson ever brought up that he ever had the title shot in the first place. When they announced the triple threat match, they never brought up the fact that he had already earned a title shot.
No, and they didn't. And they didn't do that again back when they were doing the whole thing with Hulk deciding for an entire episode who's going to face Robert Roode tonight.
Oh.
He was
Yeah.
involved in that, wasn't he?
No, Anderson wasn't in that
Oh, well.
decision, I don't think.
Well,
No,
shit, you
Anderson
should have
was in
kicked the
that-
door open and say, hey, yo, I got this fucking rematch. So,
Kick open the door, reach up in the air. Mike falls down, starts yelling at him through the mic.
yeah,
Ah, fuck this
Something-
company.
that would have been a great visual, actually. And a great swerve. You go the whole episode of them doing all that bullshit backstage, and right before Hulk sends Kurt and AJ out to the ring to wait for his decision, Anderson kicks the door open. Mike drops from the ceiling. Cuts a promo. Like, well, fuck, dude, it's legal. I gotta
That
do
would
it.
have been fucking great.
Yeah.
But of course they missed that shit because it's fucking TNA.
That's the thing. I mean, that would be so goofy as hell, but at the same time, it would be goofy awesome. Whereas they're trying to play everything so fucking serious and intense and important, and none of it is.
I think that one would be fun if they actually did that. Just, like all of a sudden, like have like cut to like the Knockouts locker room, and the mic just drops somewhere back, like just off camera. You just see the like not off camera, but in the distance background, you just see the mic get lower down. And you just see all the Knockouts watching it. Like, Ken,
Huh?
are you in here? No. Like they're just talking. You just see the mic it just gets lowered, lowered into screen, like, and they're just watching like. Ken.
That'd be fucking hilarious if, like, every time there was something that could be, like, disgustingly sexual about the knockouts or something, you just see a microphone drop in the background. Shut up! I'm not here! Ignore the man behind the shower curtain.
Or like I don't, or like even funny would be like someone is like in the bathroom washing their hands, and like someone like one of the guys walking to confront them, they start yelling, and you just see the mic drop like into the stall. You guys got any toilet paper? This stall's out. Get rolled back up.
Or if a car with dark windows rolls up and someone's looking for someone to beat the crap out of them, and they run up to the car and start beating on them. It's like, Angle, I know it's you in there. Get your fucking ass out of here, Angle, Angle. And all of a sudden the sunroof opens and a mic drops into it.
Yeah. Hey, just getting back to the match. Rude wins. It shouldn't be a surprise at this point because they seem to be trying to overcompensate for the whole Bound for Glory incident last year.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here's an idea. What if they start getting really goofy with it? Where, like, instead of the microphone just dropping straight down, sometimes it goes sideways in, like, a gravity-defying way. Like, it's on pole, but the pole's made up to look like the rope that it's on.
Like Batman. Like the old Batman show in Adam West, and like would walk up the wall.
Well, like with the car thing, instead of the sunroof opening, just the side window opens, but they don't show in the window. And all of a sudden a mic comes in from the side into the car.
There's all sorts
Actually-
of silly shit
actually-
they could do.
Actually, I think what they would do is like if Anderson ever gets injured, like have him be personally put on a stretcher and get carted around with a mic hanging from the stretcher like the entire time.
Yeah.
So he's like backstage, someone's pushing him around. He's just automatically talking in the microphone.
Yeah. Or
Every promo.
someone's trying to go, like, talk to Hulk or Dixie in their office backstage or something. They go up there and their assistant's out there. Like, wait, you can't go in there. He's in an important meeting. Who's he in there with? Who's so fucking important? Who's more important than me? A mic comes in and just smashes through the window into the office.
But no, I just got a phone call from some wizard named Tim. He says, to quote, "Get on with it."
Fuck you, Ken. Fucking asshole ruining our fun.
But yeah,
Yeah, Bobby Roode wins. Big fucking deal.
big surprise
With a crossface.
Yeah, he which is, I guess he's back to using the crossface as his finisher now instead of whatever he was doing before.
Mhm.
Because I don't think he hadn't been using the crossface for a while.
It comes and goes for him.
Yeah.
Oh.
They go backstage, and Dixie and AJ are talking again.
Oh,
And
no.
that they're going to come clean about everything next week. And then
Took you a whole hour to figure that one out? When that's what AJ said to do the last time we saw you?
they're dorks. Then they cut back to Dixie making Sting the first inductee into the TNA Hall of Fame. And
Video package.
yeah, they show
Take a shot.
Sting. And speaking of Sting, he's backstage and he's coming out to the ring.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
So we go out to the ring where Jeremy Borash introduces a video package with several TNA wrestlers discussing Sting for his Hall of Fame induction and putting over how big a cock he has.
And no one ever talks about Christian.
Nope. Not one mention of Christian. It's almost as if he's under contract to some rival company.
And they're just jealous of that he's also a title holder as well.
Yep. You notice he did not come out with the Intercontinental title on Sunday night. I was kind of disappointed.
Oh, that would have been a big F you to this.
Hey, look what's more important than your fucking world championship.
A mid-card belt.
Anyway, get back into the Impact Zone as Borash now introduces Sting himself, who comes out and says Slammiversary 2012 will go down as one of the best nights he's ever been a part of in wrestling. I didn't win the title, but I took a huge hunk out of Bobby Roode's hide.
Yeah, I think they meant chunk, but it's possible that Sting said hunk because Sting is Sting.
I don't know. If I remember correctly...
They keep it hunk of Bobby Roode.
I don't know, because if I remember correctly, Sting got the chance to beat up David Arquette, so yeah. I think that's more important to him, that he got to beat up David Arquette.
Arquette was a fun guy to work with, apparently.
Yeah.
He was just booked horribly.
Yeah.
Sting says that he can't even tell us what being the first inductee into the Hall of Fame means to him.
Well, it would have to mean something for him to be able to tell us what it means.
Yeah, but he said the crowd starts chanting, "You deserve it, Adam," or "You deserve it" at Sting, and he's like, "Yeah, but there was other guys who deserved it too," and he specifically mentions Jeff and Jerry Jarrett.
Mm-hmm.
For starting the company. He wants to thank Dixie, and he gets about that far before three clowns come out of the ring and start beating him up.
And that's how we close the show. He's just getting beat up by three of Penguin's goons from Arkham City.
I would say the ninjas, but they didn't really look like ninjas.
No, they were dressed like bikers. And they had these weird face masks that had like skull prints on the front of them, like that guy from Call of Duty. And
I still think they were biker clowns.
Biker clowns. Joker goes to Japan. Yeah. What the fuck, TNA?
You had ninjas. You could have used the ninjas.
You got ninjas, you got bikers. What the fuck is going on here?
So is Joey Ryan starting his own Nexus? Is that what's happening?
I don't know.
These guys, these were some pretty big guys. I don't think they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
They're probably somebody who's on the roster, but I don't think it's going to be like.
You know, it would make sense if it was three guys that are honestly Hall of Fame worthy. If TNA had a Hall of Fame worth being in, and they're just jealous, and that's going to be the storyline, which I'm okay with. The problem is, TNA's Hall of Fame is fucking meaningless. As much as people want to debate whether or not WWE's Hall of Fame is meaningless or meaningful for various reasons, that's debatable. You can sit there and say, okay, even if it is just an ego stroke thing for Vince McMahon, it's still a special and fun night. And it's a big honor to a lot of the guys that go into it, and they really appreciate it. This is a fucking joke. WWE has a shit ton of libraries of wrestling federations throughout history, going back to like the early 1900s. Some of their footage goes back to. TNA has barely 10 years.
It's a Hall of Shame, really.
Like, the only people that qualify to be in their Hall of Fame are the people that have been here for most of the 10 years. And that's not really that big of an accomplishment. It's fucking bullshit.
And, like, you know, like, they jump Sting because he's like, if they're going with that storyline, what do they want from Sting? Do they want he got nothing from the Hall of Fame. They didn't give him a plaque. They didn't give him a trophy. They didn't even give him a goddamn ring. So it's like...
Well, they haven't had their Hall of Fame ceremony yet. They're just announcing the inductees.
They're going to have a ceremony? Oh, God, how botched up is that?
Even though they had him already deliver speeches about being inducted. That's how it's being presented to me, anyway.
So we're going to have another speech.
I think that was the ceremony, because...
I don't know, because they're not being clear about that. They're going back and forth on it.
I think that they're supposed to be doing it at Bound for Glory, the actual ceremony. Yeah. This is just them announcing that Sting was going to be one of the first inductees.
Then you don't have them blow their load on their goddamn speeches about it.
Oh God, that means Christian has to come back.
Fuck.
Yeah, Christian does have to come back, which is going to make this look really stupid if that's the route they're going with these guys that attacked him, because they're not going to attack Christian because they can't, because WWE won't allow that shit.
I would actually like to see that where like they try to jump Christian goes, wait, I'm here under contract over a higher authority. You're not allowed to touch me or else I'll sue you.
You know what it needs to
Aw.
be? You know what it really needs to be? Like the guys in the masks need to be Jeff Jarrett and Steiner and someone else. I don't know who the third person's going to be, but it needs to be someone else.
The alpha male.
Well, it can't be Savage because he's dead.
Yeah. But that's who it needs to be because those guys all have history with TNA and they're all running around acting like they're all pissed off at TNA.
Yeah.
So-
But
That'd actually be a good twist, but they're not going to do it.
Of course not. That would be interesting. And
It's got to be more evil heel security guards.
So Gunner's Pal? Yeah, Gunner's Pal is the third one.
God,
No. Know what I would do?
It's a new
Watch what they
stable. Steiner, Jarrett, and Gunner's Pal.
what's gonna happen?
Gunner's 3 pals.
the three guys that attacked him. When they finally unmask them, they're not gonna look like the same guys that attacked them. They're gonna be like one skinny dude.
Yeah, their sizes are going to be radically different. You know what it's going to be? It's going to be the Three Stooges. That's what's gonna be.
Lawrence, Clarence, and Mo.
Yep.
But that's Impact. It was actually pretty heavy on the amount of wrestling, which is
we
surprising.
had, 4 or 5 matches.
Yeah,
Five.
One match was about half an hour long.
They were all title matches except for the Gauntlet match, which is still special.
Oh no, the Madison Rain and Tessmacher was non-title.
Well, still is
It's
match.
good champion.
Featured a champion anyway.
Yeah.
Where was Eric Young in ODB?
Yeah.
Where were they?
I don't know.
I haven't
I
seen them in
actually know
months.
Eric Young had throat surgery again this week,
Oh,
so he's probably going to be out for at least a couple weeks, I think.
aw.
Don't worry, he's had like 15 of them. It's not that serious anymore. I mean, it's serious, but it's kind of routine for him.
Oh, so he's going the Stevie Richards route of having slightly more throat surgeries than
Yeah.
a thing that has a lot of surgeries. God damn it.
Then Hulk Hogan has back surgeries.
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
Anyways,
Look, it's more
has
surgeries than Hulk
everything.
Hogan's back. It's a new segment here on Dark. Okay.
Hulk Hogan's knee.
So final consensus, it was a decent show as far as wrestling goes, but as far as skits and backstage shit,
still stupid.
Yeah, the storyline is still crap, but at least we got to see some reasonably good wrestling from people like Austin Aries and Robert Roode.
you know what? They're
James
never going to
Storm.
mention these biker guys from the end of this show again. 5 years from now, we're going to have a random impromptu, 8-person tag match between these guys and the ninjas that kidnapped Joe.
And
On a paper.
Tiefus,
What?
mark my word, there'll be the next group of the next type of people that will attack will be construction workers. So it'll be bikers, construction workers, and ninjas.
And then they could form the YMCA.
Yeah, they need Indians and sailors too.
And then you just throw
Have
Gunner in there as
Rob
the cop.
Conway.
You're security guard. You're close enough.
And of course they'll hire Russo back again by then. So when the ninjas do wrestle, they'll fight in the style of lucha libre.
For a contract on a pole match.
Feast or fired. We're not even working for you. Feast or fired.
I wonder if he does that like in his spare time, like just hires kids for I need you guys to mow my lawn in a steel cage on fire.
That'd be awesome.
On a pole.
I want to do chores at Russo's house.
Would you like
Okay.
to buy Girl Scout cookies? Sure, only if you could survive this battle on a pole match
Battle.
against my Rottweiler.
Don't worry if it starts humping you. That's just what they do.
What gets worse than the Jay Lethal? Quick.
Jeez, you anxious to get out of here?
No, I could kind of hear. I think I could hear Backlash's patience ticking.
We've only been recording for a little over an hour. We still got another 45 minutes.
No, I just meant because of how many times we've gone horribly off tangent. Or
I know.
off.
No,
yeah,
we-
but
we
that's the best part.
We weren't that bad this episode.
Yeah, and plus our tangents are the best part of it too.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, I'd rather talk about more goofy Anderson microphone gags we can think up before.
Yeah, let's do that again.
His microphone becomes a snake. It goes into the women's locker room and it starts like doing some hentai shit.
I'm a snake.
No, they do the women's locker room thing, and the camera pans on kicking Ken out, and as Ken goes, you just see Eric Young hiding behind the bush, like a thin office, like a crappy little office tree, just hiding there, and they don't even notice him.
Oh, you know what they should do is have at a pay-per-view where he's in a title match, he's not there, no one can find him, and someone goes, "Oh, you didn't hear? He got someone for jury duty last minute." And all of a sudden you see a microphone shoot out and go underneath the ring. Anyway, I guess we ought to call it a night here. Let's do.
Wait, T-Vis, one more.
Oh,
he's hiding under the ring, and no one knows where he is, and the mic just falls and just hits the ring, like hits the right dab in the middle of the ring, like.
It doesn't go plop, it goes boom, and it goes up a little bit and keeps trying to like bop its way through.
They're all looking like.
Keep trying, man. You'll get there eventually. Or it hits someone in the eye and you're like, "Oh, god damn it, Andrew." Alright, what gets more stream time than Jay Lethal? Anybody?
Well, Pope, because I thought he was Jay Lethal when I first saw him.
That's racist.
No, like
That's racist.
Legit thought it was Jay
You're
Lethal.
Canadian. I'm going to take you to the Human Rights Tribunal.
The Hogan's continuing to be god-awful faces.
Oh,
Gets more
God.
screen time than Jay Lethal.
Okay, talking about secret stuff you shouldn't be talking about in secret while you know there are people hiding in secret taping you all the time.
And to keep
In secret.
And to keep in tune with the very obvious jokes that we could have done for this, because there wasn't really much to pick on tonight. I'm going to go with three bikers with masks. I have no identity whatsoever, but I would be really happy if they were Steiner, Jarrett, and Gunner's pal. We'll probably never hear about again. Got more screen time than Jay Lethal. In the main event, after the main event, again, mind you, because that whole shit took 10 minutes after the last match ended. And with that, that's it for us here at DarkMatch. All we got to do now is do the promotional shit. And,
Okay, I got this.
all right.
Don't forget to subscribe to us on Blip TV or YouTube to keep up to date with all of our videos. You can also like us on Facebook. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at DarkMatch Wrestling. That's wrestling with one S. You can also follow us individually on Twitter as well. Don't forget to check out TRE Productions, where all of our videos, plus lots of other great stuff, is hosted. We're also on Reviewtopia in the community section. And last but not least, visit us at the Spoony Experiment forums, where we hang out and you can chat with us.
Yep.
Where was all that energy during the podcast?
She wants to get out of here. That's where it is.
I'd like to start coughing now.
Okay, go cough. Feel better, Jeff.
I'm the Lone Warrior. I'm out.
And I'm DigiFox. I'm the fox that rocks your socks.
I'm Jim the Rabbit Cow. I am the official janitor here. I gotta make sure Lone Warrior doesn't puke up anywhere, because I swear to God, I'm not gonna clean it up.
If she pukes up a microphone and goes off into the distance, let me know where it lands. I want to talk to him. And I'm T-Fist, and that's all the news that's fit to print, even though this is not a text-based show. Good night and good luck.